Welcome to WebStylePress. If you haven't already subscribed, consider subscribing and hit bell icon for updates. Password field characters are masked by default. When you type password into a password input field, you see asterisks instead of typed value. In some cases, you would allow user to toggle visibility for password field to reveal what he has typed. It falls under accessibility practices. If you want to allow user to see password he is typing, you will have to toggle type for the input field. You can provide a clickable button or text that can trigger change for type of input field from password to text and then back from text to password. We will implement it by using jQuery. It is simple DOM manipulation by using jQuery. I will create an example where we don't have button to toggle input type. We will insert the button or clickable text inside HTML and then we will implement the functionality. For this tutorial, I have got this index.html file and then custom.scss file. Let me click this watch SAS button. And then I have got custom.js file, and for my index.html I will use a template of HTML, and I have got here Twitter Bootstrap 4, and I have got custom.css, and then I have got this container and some text inside it, and then I have got jQuery linked to this project, and I do not need Twitter Bootstrap's JavaScript part for this tutorial, so I will delete it. I will just need jQuery and then my custom.js file, and I do not need font awesome for this example. So I've got custom.css linked to this index.html and then custom.js. I've got these files here. So let me save it. And I have got this custom.js. I will save this custom.scss file, and because this scss file is being watched, whenever I will save it, it will give me custom.css file. So I will write my scripts here. This file is also linked with this, and here is the output for this example. Container was not spelled correctly. Container. So this is the output. I need an input field, so here will be the input field. I will use a class here named as password, and then I will use an input field, and its type will be password, and class will be, this is Bootstrap 4, and we use form-control and form-control-lg for a bigger input field. So I will use these classes here, and I will use a placeholder. Please type password. So this is the output for my input field. Please type password. If I will type something here, it is masked, as you can see, and you can see asterisks or you can see dots. That is the password. If I inspect this input field, and the type for this input field is password. If I change this password to text, then I can see what I am typing here. So we have to toggle the type for this input field in order to see the password. So our HTML is done. We need this input field and we need a button or clickable text below this input field, and we need to insert it by using our script, by using JavaScript, and we'll do it in jQuery. So we have got a container class password, and then input field is inside this. So here is our custom.js file, and I will use jQuery document dot ready function, and here I will use my function toggle display password. This is my function call, and we will write this function here, function toggle password, toggle display password, functionality here. First of all, let's throw a text below this input field. So I will use password dot password input dot append, and inside append I will use a div. I want a div, and inside this div I will use a text toggle display. I will in the class, the class will be toggle display. So when the DOM will be ready, this function will be triggered. So this function contains this logic that inside password there's an input field, and we are appending this div after that input. So let's see it in action. Refresh, and as you can see, I made a mistake. This div containing class toggle display was appended inside input, and input is closing here. We need to append it here for this. So we don't need this. We are not appending it to input, we are appending it to div. So refresh, and here is our text. And next we want to make it clickable. So this is the class toggle display, will come in our CSS toggle display, cursor, pointer, refresh, and now this is clickable. Append div to input container. So at the click of this toggle display, I want to check if the type for this input field is password, then turn it into text, and if the type is text, turn it back into password. That is the logic we have to implement here. So on click of this toggle display, dot click function clicked. So clicked. So this is working, right? So here will be the check. If password input dot attribute type is equal to password, else if password input attribute type is text, it's text, else so at click of this is password obviously, and if I change it to text and then it is text password and then it is password. So if the input type attribute type is password, we want to change this attribute to text. So here will be this, that is this one, dot attribute type text, and in this case when the attribute type is text we want to change it to password, and in else case we want it to be password. So let's see. So I type here this is password and I toggle and I click add the toggle display, and this is not working, and it is because our keyword this is not working here. So we can use this one, password input attribute type text. So we don't use this here because this is not working, this keyword. So this is password and now this is text, click this is password, click this is text, and as you can see here in the console, let me make it bigger. So this type is text, right? Click and it turned into password, and now click again and now this is text and this is visible. Click, it is password, this is password here, click, visible, type text here. So we are changing or toggling the type for the input field to make password visible or masked. Once more for this function, what we did is this: we appended a div with the class toggle display inside this div containing a class password. This is our div containing class password. So that div will be appended here. Okay. So that div will have a class toggle display, and then we applied our logic here. If I click at the toggle display, on its click this logic will be applied. If our input will have an attribute of type, and if the type is equal to password, then change it into text. Or if that input's attribute type is text, change it to password, and in else case just keep it password. That's it. Just type toggling of type for the input field. That's it for this video. I hope you liked it. If I missed anything or you have something to add, you can comment down below. Ask questions related to this topic. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe to this channel and hit bell icon to receive updates. Join us on social media. Links are in the description below. Stay tuned for more updates. I will see you in the next video.